Mama said live up to my name, but they jocking. They gon' try, go and take your face for the profit. They gon' lie, they gon' slip and slide, get beside you. They gon' try, we 100 deep like Verizon. In the trees with the bumblebees on horizon. And catching Z's, I've been in the V on road design. Set they souls, I've been in that mode that I ain't
He
buying.
slaught the gang, then he ain't official. When that chopper sing, you really think that they gon' miss you. I spent $500,000 on dismissals. It's gon' be a hearse, not a verse if I dish you.
Welcome, everyone. So, okay, I gave y'all a week. To see the new Stephen King movie, The Long Walk. And actually, he wrote, this is one of his earliest works. And he wrote this when under a pseudonym. I can't think of the name of the pseudonym, but yes, he wrote this under a pseudonym.
Something Bateman or something like that. Some Stephen King sounding ass name.
And so, but this was interesting, to say the least. I feel desensitized because of stuff like what do we have? The Hunger Games. We got what, a Squid Game, Battle Royale, those kind of things, escape room type things where we know it's only going to be one survivor left in this thing. And so I was desensitized. But the guy who directed The Long Walk is also the person who directed The Hunger Games, and I think he also directed I Am Legend. So he's kind of used to being a part of this dystopian type environment, or whatever. So I think like this was his groove here. But with the good comes some of the bad and stuff. So y'all, let's buckle up in here and hop into it. Now, this is still in theaters, so make sure you pull up your popcorn, get your pizza, get you something to drink, because we are going to dive all the way into this. This is a spoiler review. If you are new here, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. All things nerdy, all things horror. Before we get into it and start talking about the characters, I want to talk a second about typical Stephen King characters. CT, what did you notice watching this movies, and did some things jump out to you that you noticed amongst all of Stephen King's movies and books and things?
I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't notice anything. Like I'm so used to like The Shine, the magical kid. I'm so used to things being in that universe with the gunslinger and shit like that. That like the fact that like this scene, the only thing that was like Stephen King like was the unwillingness to describe the world. Like it gave you snips and little bits and pieces of the world. They were unwilling to just, we didn't get like no news, no kind of exposition about what the world was like. That's some Stephen King shit. He does that all the time. Just throws you in the midst of some shit. But like I would have to say that I was pleasantly surprised of the absence of King character tropes. But you saw some? You saw some in there?
I got to pull it right here. You got the bully. You always got to have a bully.
I mean, I get it, but not really. I mean, how it played out. You know what I'm saying? Like there were aspects. There were times in the movie when I was waiting for there to be a clear antagonist amongst the boys, and homeboy that you talking about was kind of that, but at the same time he didn't mean to. He just an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like.
But he was it was still a form of bullying.
I feel you, but it was, for me, it was more incidental than. I mean, like his goal in the beginning was like, yeah, we should play mind games and have people fall out of this contest to make it easier for the rest of us. But as they kept walking, he was like, bro, this is some total bullshit. You know
Yes,
what
it
I'm
got
saying?
the later on. Yes, after he got worn down and tired, but in the very beginning, we saw that bully character. We saw the loyal friend character. We also saw the troubled teen. You know, we got that one.
Weren't they all? Well, not all, but weren't they? A lot of them little dudes had some messed up places they was coming from.
Yes, they did. But I saw whenever he has like a group of friends or a group of kids, we're going to see these same type of people pop up here, and we're gonna talk about some more later. Oh, don't you
So,
worry.
so, so
We're gonna talk
was
about some more.
was homeboy the third place dude? Was he the villainous outsider? I mean, he kind of introduced himself as that at the very
Yeah.
end when the dude was like, "Say something for real, like this shit's almost over," and bro told them like he was the rabbit. So like, kind of, sort of, even though they were all in such a trash situation that it got really hard for me to see anybody as a antagonist.
Hmm. So I mean, yeah. Eventually, when you started to feel for him, but initially, I saw these characters. I could pick out. I'm always looking like, okay, who is who in the movie. That's what I was saying. But let's meet the characters. So we have this group of kids that we meet. So the things that I was thinking about was when you have this whole group of boys. I don't know if y'all seen the Maze Runner, but that's like another dystopian type series that I like. I've read all the books, watched all the movies. So I'm getting like Maze Runner vibes, of course, the Hunger Games and Squid Games. So we get to this we were thrust into this environment where these boys have signed up for this contest and been chosen, that they do once a year to kind of boost the morale of the country, because apparently there's nationwide laziness. And apparently, after people see this, productivity escalates. And mind you, this is voluntary. But the thing is, people want to do it because the prize money is so good that, almost like in the Squid Game, it's like when you that down on your luck, people think like, hey, what do I have to lose? I already don't have anything. So all I have is the opportunity. And so we gather around with this group of guys who've decided that, hey, my family is struggling enough. I think I can handle this contest. Now, I did not know what everything it entailed at first. I just thought that they was going to be walking, and then I thought that, maybe at night they get a little time to rest, or they get a 15-minute break. No, once it is started. Everybody got on dog tags and trackers and stuff to make sure that you are not only, and there's no finish line. You walk until you're the one who has not dropped yet. You walk because everybody's going to drop off, and whoever's left standing at the end, and you have to keep up a certain speed. So you can't just be slow rolling. You got to keep up pace. So what did you think at the beginning when we met these characters and they told us about the contest that all these boys have signed up? Because I was wondering, like, why everybody mama crying and stuff, and why they all sad? Because I'm just thinking, like, hey, when you get tired, be like, look, I'm done. All right, y'all. I can't. I holla at y'all. But that's not what it is. What were you thinking?
I I mean I saw the draft like allegory from the beginning, because when what Garrity, whatever his name is, the main character guy, when he was explaining like how every kid, every boy who can sign up does sign up, and they pick 50, one from each state every time they do this, and it's like this is a death sentence for 1 out of 50. I mean, for 50 out of 1 out of 50 of the people gonna survive. That's it for everybody else, and it's like a real actual lottery. I mean, when you play the lottery, your chances of winning is freaking stupid low, man. Like Like winning the lottery is like winning the lottery, like But for them, it's such a double edged sword. It's like, yeah, everybody in the country signs up for this because the country is so destitute that this seems like a viable path to get out of it, and that's crazy. But at the same time, like I instantly saw when I saw the beginning, I stopped the movie. I pirated it. I stopped the movie and I looked up if this had anything to do with Vietnam. I looked it up right away because the whole allegory of like poor people going into the military because they have no other option and you have a chance of dying, you know what I'm saying, because you have no other option. And that's what this is in a nutshell. It's dramatic, but it was that to me. So from the beginning, I didn't really think about the characters themselves in the beginning, but I saw the allegory just boom right there in my face instantly. But yeah.
And that's what he kind of wanted us to see. It was because he wrote it like the 60s or 70s, kind of like in the
He wrote it in
aftermath of like
'66.
yeah, and like the Vietnam War type area. So this is kind of what was going through his mind when he wrote it.
Yeah, I looked that up too. He said it was like subconscious. He didn't really think about it like out of the front of his mind. He was just writing the story, and then in the middle of writing it, he realized it was a perfect allegory for the Vietnam War. So it was like happen chance. But I mean, you do write what goes on in your surrounding. Stan Lee, X-Men.
Right, exactly. So we meet the boys. We got the three musketeers, or although they said the four musketeers, that the people who are going to start sticking to each other and kind of team up here right at the beginning.
It was four of them.
I know, there was like
in the Three Musketeers in the movie Three Musketeers. It was four of them.
But they decided like right away that they kind of started making their alliances right away, and I'm not mad at that because some of them said like, hey, if we kind of have to do like this whole thing together, like why not try and see if we can make some friends out of it. Why not see if we can let's see and be who can we hang out with and who can we be cool with in
I can't remember bro name, the tall dude, the tall dark skin bro.
Arthur, that was number 6.
Yeah, Art. Yeah, he his sole purpose was to come there to make friends.
Yes, we had Art. I think it was Hank and Peter and Ray. So they kind of got right in there and bonded like, all right, y'all, we're gonna be the ones that stick together. This the crew, we the homies, and let's do it. And first of all, Art is the one who looked intimidating. He got the longest legs. He's tall. He looked fit. He looked like, hey, he might be in this thing for a little while.
Art died because of high blood pressure.
He had a nosebleed.
Yeah, he had high blood pressure. What happened when he had high blood pressure? You exercise too long.
That causes nosebleeds?
Start getting brain hemorrhages and little capillaries in your brain. Yeah. Start to pop.
Yeah, we gonna get into all of that, y'all. But yes, we get into the characters and meet our crew. And the thing is, this movie made you care about these people from the beginning, because this movie is very, very dialogue heavy. And so all we have is exactly that's all we got is each other. We got walking and we got dialogue. So it really, because sometimes and a lot of movies that are thrillers or horror movies, we don't necessarily care when people get popped because we don't have an attachment to them. But one thing they really made sure with this film is that we had some kind of attachment, or that we knew something about these characters. And so when they dropped, it meant a little bit. It meant a little bit more. It was just almost like I feel something there. I feel, and not even for the characters sometimes that dropped, but the other boys that had to keep going or had to witness this, or they couldn't even take a moment to stop and grieve for their friend because they would have been next.
It was a messed up situation.
And behind every foolishness contest or every time there's torture somewhere, it's got to be an evil villain. In this movie, it was the Major. And you would think he would feel kind of bad because they're children at the end of the day. These are young guys. I feel like he enjoyed being able to knock pieces off of the board. Like he ain't be like, dang dog, let me take my hat off to him. Let me throw a blanket or something over him. He was like he be waiting all year for this. Like this is y'all ever seen the movie The Hunt? Like
I don't know. It didn't feel malicious to me. It felt like a job. Like he was a showman for the country. He had to, fill that propaganda pocket. So he had to put on a show. And the kids that were the boys dying it was just part of the show. It seemed like a job to him, like to me at least, like and like the way he did things, everything felt like a necessary evil to him. Like it's an evil to us, but it's a necessary evil to him because it didn't feel personal. Nothing felt personal. Like
I don't
you
know.
think
To me,
you think
it's
he
not
didn't?
personal, but it just felt like he was like this was a sport. Like I didn't feel like he was just like,
It is
yeah,
a
I'm gonna wait
sport.
till you and die. But yeah, and I was just like, why is this fun for you? This shouldn't be fun.
The entire country is desensitized to the point that they're watching this shit. People are stopping on the side of the road to watch to see if somebody gets shot. Where
Or see if somebody gonna fall out. Like, look at him. Oh, he's struggling. Who ride slow, drive slow, just to
like,
see.
come
Yeah,
on, man. And
and
like
I'm just like,
if the regular people are like that, then of course the people in control are like that. My thing is this goes back to like Stephen, well, not necessarily Stephen King, but even though he didn't build the world in the book either, so the movie is very true to how the world is in the book. Is very vague. The whole not building the world, like what is the major to this world? Like he's not the top dude, can't be the top dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the president, like he can't be the top man because he's overseeing the freaking game. So what is he to the, you know what I'm saying, to the grand scheme of things? It felt
well,
very small. Like he feels very small, but he has a big job.
he is. But you ain't gotta act like you enjoy it though, because I felt like
Yes, he does. It's part of the propaganda. It's glorious.
yes.
This ain't damn.
Like everybody feeling these parents is losing these children, and he's just like, do it for the camera, do it for the views, and it's just like, sir. And we're gonna talk about him some more later because see, I got some other problems with him. We're gonna get into.
Oh
later.
yeah, he wild. That nigga wild.
He is. He definitely is, and right away we start to, in the beginning of this movie, I was just like, damn, this is a lot of walking. Right. And like right away, people start to get hungry and thirsty and eating their snacks and stuff right away. Like, I ain't got enough snacks. I'm a little bit hungry. Can I get some more water? And people slowing down, like, wait a minute, like step it back up. Like right away, like you start to, even though it's just like a lot of dialogue, but at the same time, you're watching it like, dang, y'all are doing all of this while you're walking, and you can't even stop to go to the bathroom because you get 3 warnings, and that's it. 3 warnings per hour. You got to wait till the next hour. You only get 3 warnings per hour.
You get 3 warnings and 1 warning come off per hour. So if you get 3 warnings back to back to back, you got to walk for 3 hours, or your next warning is just a gunshot.
Right. And I'm just like, I ain't gonna be able to do it, big dog. How would you?
Oh man,
I don't know how long would you last? Because see, I ran track and I don't do long distance. Give me my 100 to 200 meters and I'm done. I'm in there. I'm out of there. I said I would not make it.
Man, the longest I've ever walked that I can think of is like 18 miles, and I was dead. So, so yeah, these they walk for 4 5 days.
I was asked to walk. I was asked to do cross country in high school, and I said no, thanks. I'm good with just track. Let me do my sprint and sit down somewhere. I'm not gonna be out here all day. I'm not gonna do this all day. And I I went and researched everything that starts to happen when you're walking a lot, and we'll talk about it as we go on, through the film, and we start to notice some changes within the guys, which they went in a lot more in the book, because actually in the book I think they started with 100 boys,
Yes,
and instead of walking 3 miles per hour they had to like walk 4 miles per hour, so there was a lot more kids and there was a lot more bodies dropping a lot sooner. And we also meet the quote unquote jerk at the beginning of the movie, the asshole who is just like, when we talk about the Stephen King character trope, the bully.
he did have some mental problems too.
I didn't feel like he was wrapped too tight, but he was giving, I ain't got a lot of friends, so I'm just gonna pick on people for entertainment. Like, I do this for fun because I ain't got nothing else to do. But
He did
when
say he ain't never had no.
yeah, but yeah, that comes later after you want to admit why you've been a bully the whole time. But he was being like, you were making enemies when y'all could have been more supportive of each other. And I get it, because everybody is going to fall out of this. So it doesn't make no sense for you to try to be knocking people off the board. Nature was going to do that for you. Like, you didn't have to start picking at people and talk about people's moms and sexual orientations and stuff like that. Was completely or unnecessary. Their bodies is going to drop with or without you. Like, we didn't need you to do all of this extraness. And that's why when he started to like slow down and get tired, and he took a look around and he was like, damn, don't nobody like me.
Yeah, that
Like,
was
ain't
after
nobody
Hank.
cheer for me. Ain't nobody like, come on, you can do it, bud. Everybody was like, I don't give a damn.
Nah, that was when, you remember when that was after Hank that night. After Hank went down, and then because the Native American kid knew that Hank had a wife. And then there was all like, whoever wins, you gotta make sure Hank's life is good.
Mm-hmm.
And then bro was like, "Why y'all ain't include me in the pack?" He's like, "Nigga, cause you
nobody likes you."
What he call him killer.
Because
He like that.
you
He
don't
like
have
being
any
called a killer.
friends.
I mean, he technically did cause that boy to die. Like, talked about his mom. I mean, bro ain't had no business trying to fight. But he took a swing and he slipped and fell, and that was it.
That would have been me. See, it would have been something stupid like that, because I know I'm accident prone. I trip over my own feet. My shoelace would have came undone. I'd have tripped over a rock or something, slipped and
I like
fell.
caught that cramp like the first homeboy. Like, bro that lied to get in there, because bro was not 18. Talking about he was 18. The little kid. Yeah. He was not 18, fam.
This is when it got real. This is when it got real for me. Because let me tell you something. Apparently, I don't eat enough bananas or something. I need some more potassium, because I catch cramps in my little legs all the time. All the time. And I understand. And they were trying to tell him, like, walk through it. It's hard to walk through it.
It's hard to walk through a cramp.
Because you gotta sit down and let it pass through. You
like
gotta
you gotta beat it.
and you gotta like give me a minute for it my body to do what it's supposed to do, and for it to come through like it's supposed to.
Man, I would have been hopping on one leg to that leg relaxed.
And I'd have been like, help me, the homies. help me.
They tried though. They tried for bro, because everybody knew he lied to get into this shit. Everybody was like, bro, there's no way he's fucking 18, man. There's no way.
So and the thing is, and I just thought that, hey, because I didn't do a lot of spoilers for this. So once he failed, I was just like, dang, he gonna lose the contest because once everybody leave him, like you automatically lost. When they walked over to and blew his head off, I said, "Oh, this is what we doing."
Yeah, I
That
already
first
knew
shot
that.
was like, dang.
I already knew. That's why I didn't want to watch this movie, man. It's your fault. The reason why I'm watching this movie, I blame you. Cause I don't like battle royale movies. I don't like them shits.
I'm like, hey, wait, how I get in it?
I'm just saying, this movie was mad depressing. Oh man, this movie was mad. It was good though. Like this is a movie I can only watch one time.
I'll probably watch it again.
There's something wrong with you. I can only watch this shit one time, man.
Okay,
I watched it.
it's definitely something wrong with me.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
That
that
was
was it. That
enough.
was the that was the shot there that took me out. I said, "Oh, okay, they ain't playing no games." Another character that we meet that was hanging in there for the long haul. Stebbins,
Stebbins, yeah.
and he had a little secret he was carrying around. He says, "The
Mhm.
major, I'm his son." And there's more of us out here.
One of many
One
of
of
his
many.
illegitimate children, which again makes me feel like, what is the major, man? Like, what is he? Like, cause is this like is he president level? What level is he? And if he is, why is he the person over the games? It
Out here
doesn't
just
seem like the
sowing his
top.
royal oats summer everywhere. I said, "What damn?"
I don't, man. Like, I don't know, cause bro seems like he's a peon. I'm talking about the major. Like he's a peon and he's the top dog at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like I never got a feel for what he was for the world. And when bro said that, I'm like, well, damn, nigga, is he running everything? Like, because if he got kids everywhere and he ain't claiming them,
I said, "So on on the long walk, you be walking inside of people's houses.
bro,
If anybody doing a long walk, you be doing a lot more than walking out here in these
and
streets." Okay.
bro's wish was to be welcomed into the major's house, like as his son, like legitimately. So it's like, bro, what was this dude living in? Because this dystopian America is shit. It's terrible.
We would know.
Right.
I know this dystopian world.
Right. Seeing what happened to Jimmy Kimmel.
I know. I hate this dystopian novel that we're living in.
Dead ass.
One of our main characters is Ray, and if you guys did not know, this is Philip Seymour Hoffman's son, and his dad was actually in the Hunger Games.
Yeah, he was.
Right, and but I kept looking at him, I was like it. I see it now. You look like your dad a little bit. I see it, and so
Yeah, now that you say something, I see it.
mm-hmm. And he didn't hop in here like everybody else did because his family needed the money. He had a vendetta because old boy, the major, offed his pops right in front of him because he was reading things that he shouldn't be reading. Fahrenheit 451 type stuff.
Yeah.
And he was mad about it. He said, "When I win, I don't care about this money. I don't care about that fame. I know what my one wish is. Y'all gonna hand me a piece of steel, and I'm gonna do what needs to be done. I'm going to avenge my father's death." So that's why he here, because he was just like, y'all might be here for some money. I'm here for vengeance. Okay, Batman.
Yeah. Hey, but his defiance was infectious for the rest of the group, especially
Yeah,
towards the end.
exactly, because the longer they walked, the more annoyed everybody started to get. The more we saw them getting tired, they're seeing their friends' bodies dropping, their minds are going bad. Now, mind you, realistically, because sometimes you got to suspend reality, but realistically, if you were to walk for that long, your mind is going to go bad. It's not just sometimes your body and your organs are going to start failing, but your mind, you're going to start hallucinating. Because I was thinking on one of those parts where that boy was like running around his drawers, and I was like, why he took his clothes off? And I had to think about it. He's probably hallucinating right now. They're all delirious. They're all like hungry. They're all tired. They're
But here,
grieving.
I feel like his was triggered by other dude getting his legs ran over by the tank.
That's trauma.
I'm saying like that triggered the black kid that took his clothes off and started running. That moment triggered him. Like some
And think about
PTSD
what
shit.
that, yeah, I was just gonna say, and think about what that does if you're already like tired and stuff. Think about what that'll
Yeah,
do to
and
you.
then they're sleep deprived, and like
Mm-hmm.
your brain gets like I guess you could say washed when you go to sleep. It's like
Mm-hmm.
the spinal fluid, and it's the whole thing. And like when you don't do that, your like synapses take longer to like communicate, and that's when you start like those dazing off and stuff. That's how they were able to walk and micro nap.
Yes, their brains were kind of like semi falling asleep a little bit. I don't know if y'all have ever seen the movie The Mechanist with Christian Bale. If you ever want to see what it looks like to have insomnia and your brain to start uh, breaking due to lack of sleep, that's a good one to watch. And that's kind of what was happening with these guys. And I really wish they would have leaned a little bit more into that and showing that like you moving at that and not giving your body time to like rest, especially if you're constantly moving. It's enough that if you're not sleeping and you're being able to sit still at least, but when your body's constantly moving and you're not resting, you are really pushing it with your sanity. Ray's mother stopped by at one point and saw her son walking, and
Well, he stopped by.
he wanted to like reach out and go to her, and uh Peter was like, no, don't do it. No, don't do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, he was apologizing too because
Mm-hmm.
he was there.
Yeah, he knew he messed
By
up.
that time, he knew he was there for the wrong reasons. Because
Mm-hmm.
Pete's optimism was getting everybody through it, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And I do feel like I know in the book Pete died third to last, and it was Stebbins and Ray at the end, and Stebbins just stopped and died and got shot, and Ray won, and then but he kept walking or some shit in the book. But it was
Mm-hmm.
like an allegory for like he died of exhaustion, maybe one of those things. You know how Stephen King will never want to end no shit. But in this, we're spoiling it. Pete won, and like the way they did it, it was out of nowhere for me because
Well, we're gonna get to that part. We're gonna get to that part. Hold on, we're gonna get to it
okay,
though. We're
yeah,
gonna get to it because before we get there, we gotta talk about Peter here.
yeah.
Okay? Because let's go into this here.
Oh my
Black
god,
character movie tropes, okay?
high blood
We're gonna
pressure.
put Pete right here at the magical Negro. Because
Oh yeah,
everybody else tired and losing their mind, and Peter's like, yeah, keep going. We got,
yeah.
he act like he don't be out of breath. He act like he don't need no food, no sleep.
I said the
Everybody
same
losing
thing.
their mind, having health issues, organs is failing, and Pete is still, I'm trucking it out, y'all. Let's go, nigga. What?
I said the same thing. I said Pete was Jay's magical Negro, but technically speaking, he was like the entire group's magical Negro. And like, even at the end, Like he didn't seem tired. It seemed like he would have won if they had kept walking, for real, to see who would last the longest. Because yeah, he never seemed tired. I don't ever remember him having problems.
Exactly. And then I get that they told us the backstory that he had a hard life. Of course, because you black, you gotta have a hard life, Gotta have a hard life.
I mean, like Louisiana is bad now. I mean, no shade to Louisiana, but I mean, like economically, they're not doing well. And you talking about in a post some kind of war America, where like it seems like it's a war that happened on American soil and America lost, like Germany, and now America is under like, what Germany had to go through after World War I when they didn't have no money and shit. It seems like that. And like they said, Pete said his parents died in the war, and he was too young to even know them. So I'm thinking like if both his mom and his dad both died in the war was over here in America. Now whether it was a Civil War or a World War type deal, I don't know, but yeah, Pete was the magical Negro. I knew he was gonna be the last one. I knew he was gonna win from the trailers because he was the best actor.
Well, yes, and the actor's name is David Johnson. He's British, and this was old boy from Alien Romulus.
Uh-huh.
And I loved him in Alien Romulus. Like I was sold on this, and I feel like we need to watch out for this young man because I feel like he's got what it takes to be a really, really great actor.
He killed that role. He killed this role, but freaking his accent was heavy as shit. I'm glad I had subtitles. Cause like I mean he's British, ain't he? He's British. Yeah, so he had to pull off of Louisiana. He did a good job. Cause them motherfuckers is hard to hear.
And we'll start winding on down. Everybody bodies is dropping. That one scene where they had to climb up that hill.
Yeah.
There's this point in this movie, and they are getting like shot. Almost rapid fire. Bodies are dropping like this.
And then they lost 18 or something like that, going up the hill.
Going up the hill. Yeah. And even in my mind, I'm thinking, so what are y'all saying? Like if they make it down, I was like thinking like, hey, after this hour is over, like I was like, oh, so y'all get to take like a 15-minute break. No, that just meant because they're coming off of the hill. I was like, y'all trying to just struggle to get off the hill and you don't even get to rest after that. Oh yeah, that was a definitely a test of endurance. I was like, I ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
Oh I yeah, never survived.
That hill was killer, man. No pun intended. But again, there was another thing that I saw like mid movie. I was like, oh, that's a Vietnam reference because taking hills in Vietnam caused a lot of U.S. casualties, and it's like the guy Stebbins, he said over half of the remaining contestants died on the hill last time. He was like, yo, the hill coming, we fucked. But and bro had the flu or something.
Yes, they was like, this was the time that you had to lean on your support at this point, because they was just dropping at this point. And still wouldn't even get the rest. And some of them, because they was like getting sleepy and they were getting tired and it's dark outside. And then, and then it's the fact that people are getting shot like right behind them. So they're like going into like states of shock. Like, oh my God, at this point. I was just like, yeah, this scene was like really brutal of the movie. It's just like, if it wasn't real for you at that point, it got really real.
Yeah, I thought they had lost Hank on the hill, but no pun again. That was an accident.
But guess who was there to pick everybody's spirits up? Good old Peter. Come on, man. Don't even worry about it.
He saved Ray's life on the hill. Yes, Ray was on 3. Ray was on 3. Like, oh.
Yeah, Ray had them fell asleep a couple times. And that good old Got to have your good old magical Negro to help
Man,
help,
Ray woke up right before the hill.
And to help push everybody and boost the morale of the whole team. He was everybody's cheerleader at this point. I'm like, damn, can I have a Peter in my life? I need somebody to help boost my morale. Yeah, I need a cheerful person to push me
He was
along.
mad, like bro was in good shape, man.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? How many miles? 500 miles they walked before it was like 500 or something.
Oh yeah, he was doing it. Oh, and then how raggedy everybody's feet was starting to get towards the end.
Oh, because
Oh my god.
bro, the writer dude, he survived the hill, but he freaking rolled his ankle.
Yeah.
He had a messed up ankle all the way from the hill to the next morning. And bro was like, I just can't go no more, fam.
That was another boy when they showed Buddy was still walking with that ankle.
Yeah, that was what we're talking about. Yeah, he was dragging that shit.
Exactly, because see, and then when it was dark, they didn't know what was happening, and ain't nobody know what was going on. And when that light flickered back on, and Buddy was still dragging along with that bent ankle,
Bruh. Yeah, he was gone. And then bro in the front that we ain't never get to know what his name was, like Indonesian looking kid, took off running in the town and got shot in the back. We ain't know
laughing.
who he was. Like, who the hell was that? Like, he was he was
look at me, I ain't laughing, but yeah, it got real brutal right there at the end. Man. And then they had this whole point where there was like they were like revolting. One of the guys that got the gun. I mean, he took maybe a soldier or two down before they got him.
He shot one person, but I don't get how that soldier got shot, bro. Like, this kid is exhausted. How did he take your gun?
He had one last boost. One
that was cortisol kicked in. Kid. That was a Native American dude.
And got him. Yeah, that because they were starting to just like at this point. Well,
and
everybody's
like, yeah, he was pissed off for a while, like,
and especially because of how they did Hank, because Hank got shot a couple of times.
Yeah, they shot Hank in the gut because he tried to grab their gun.
Exactly, but they didn't shoot him. They didn't get a kill shot. Yeah, they shot him and let him lay there and suffer.
Let him bleed out. Yeah,
that pissed everybody off.
Yeah, it did piss everybody off.
Pissed everybody off. So they get to the end of the road, and it's just like the last two, and it's Peter and like, hey, I want this money to make a difference, versus Ray, who's like, I'm trying to be here so the major can be unalived. And then we get the good old magical Negro who goes, you know what, Ray, you got a mama. I don't. Go home to your mama. Go home to your mama. And Ray was like, no, because I don't give a damn about that. I was here for blood. Like, I'm out for blood. And so and so he's like, nah, get up, dog. Like get up. We ain't doing this. We ain't doing this. And so they're going, and then Ray stops, and before Peter can get back to him and help him out, he's gone.
Yeah, he kind of pushed Peter ahead of him. He was planning on dropping anyway.
Yeah,
but it's like, bruh. But the only reason why he did that was because he believed in like a better way forward. But it's like his death was so shocking to Peter that it didn't really give them that better way forward. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because Peter wasn't supposed to pull off the whole kill the major thing. He's supposed to, and like I can see if Ray had won, him struggling not to do that, not to grab that gun and kill the major still, even though his heart had changed. Mm-hmm. And giving Peter the opportunity to win, or just giving him the win the way that he did, was like his way of keeping himself from taking revenge. And then Peter took revenge anyway. And it's like, bro, but it's because Ray's attitude towards the entire system, because of the stuff his dad showed him, had infected the group anyway. So the whole group was like, "Screw this nigga." So it's like, if Stebbins had won, you think Stebbins might have shot the major?
I don't know. I think he might have did something like if it was he might have said like maybe his wish would have been like I want you to tell everybody that I'm your son. Like I feel like he would, even if he wouldn't have shot him, he would have had some kind of humiliation tactic for him. Like no, you're gonna tell everybody that you have all these illegitimate kids out here and you probably didn't even know I was your child, and if you knew, you didn't even care if I get, like he would have did something to out him. Like it wouldn't have went like smooth sailing, and it shouldn't have.
Because my thing is like, okay, when Peter decides to shoot the major, and this is all televised, and he does it in the most crowded area because the last kill is the most crowded area, and the whole entire walk has been televised. So the nation supposedly has seen the whole the rebellious attitude towards their own government. I wonder how much of the government allowed that to be seen. Because they're the ones filming it.
I thought he was gonna get shot directly next. I thought it was gonna be 2 gunshots, one to the major, one to him. But maybe they was leaving that up for our imagination.
Yeah, I don't know if he made it, because he walks off into nothingness.
But I mean, if that's his last thing to do, I mean, you can't fault him if that's what his wish is. So maybe they let him live. I don't know. In my mind, they're like, well, I mean, he won, and that's the thing that he has to do. But like, because if they wanted to take him out, they could have just did it like it was back-to-back kill shot.
If they kill him, he's a martyr after all this shit. You know what I'm saying? He already made a statement of revolt against the government by killing the major. Then if they kill him on national TV in front of this crowd on the spot, he's a martyr for an uprising against the status quo. And I think they killed them, in my opinion, because in the novel, when Jay wins, he keeps walking, and he's keep walking towards a dark figure, like in the distance. And in the movie, Pete becomes like the dark figure. Like he starts walking, and we're seeing him from behind in like a silhouette. I'm like, bro died, in my opinion. I think that was he got killed, and his actions sparked the uprising and whatnot. That's the whole. Like, this is like the whole. It was a war that started Hunger Games. This is like the whole inciting incident. You know what I'm saying, for the Civil War, the next war, the uprising or the takeover, whatever. But I feel like he got shot. Like he shot dude, boom, and then he got blasted by it.
In my opinion, though, he did deserve to go. I don't know. He was just too evil for me. He was taking too much joy in this, and I mean, I don't fault Ray for wanting to go and take him down. I don't fault him at all. I have an alternative theory though, because I feel like the way that the end was. Because think about it, at the end, it was all of these people that was celebrating. There was this crowd, and you got the major there, and all of this stuff. But like once Peter shoots, all we see is him walking down the road again. Where's all the people? Where's the fireworks and stuff? What if that's part of his hallucination? Like, what if we don't even really know what happened at the end?
I mean, I think that we didn't see the fireworks and stuff no more because he was dead.
But I ain't hear no people cheering, because I'm pretty sure there was people that was probably gonna root and be like, yeah, get him and stuff. But I don't know. Something that tells me is that I feel like there was like a hallucination or something.
Either his psyche is like completely broken from the experience, and he is just lost as an individual. He was so optimistic and so hopeful, and for him to turn around and take vengeance in that moment for his friend, like, yeah, I can see that breaking him and him going crazy. And that last scene that we see is a hallucination. Like, but I think that he really did shoot the major. And it's up in the air whether he got shot right after. And what we're seeing is like him walking to the light type of deal, or him hallucinating because of the trauma from the experience, the totality, because it totally changed who he was as a person.
Yeah, Ray said, Peter said he going back to the dark side. He said, see, I was trying to be nice to y'all, and now y'all done took me back to my hood days.
But you know, I do feel like it kind of subverts the whole magical Negro thing, because a magical Negro would have sacrificed themselves.
So then what is he now, the thug?
No, I'm just saying, like,
now he the token.
I don't know, like, how many movies?
Oh no, wait, no. Now at the end, he's the angry black man.
Oh my God! I mean, I think the angry black man trope is a trope because, you know, his anger isn't warranted. In this case, it's not that trope because his anger is 100% warranted. He did nothing wrong.
So
Absolutely.
y'all let us know. Out of 5 knives, what would y'all rate it? I gave it a 3.5. Outside of Peter being a magical Negro, I did enjoy the movie. It was a good watch to me. I did it, even though it was dialogue heavy, but I understand why they did it, because they wanted you to feel every time a boy got sick, every time a boy sacrificed himself, every time a boy offed his own self, every time he, fell by the wayside or they put a bullet in his head. They wanted you to feel it. So I appreciated that it gave you the feels. That's why it's a 3.5, because Peter could have been tired at least one time.
Peter said he'd been walking all his life.
All my life I had to fight.
That's funny.
Oh, what did you give it?
I give it a 4.
Okay.
Give it 4 knives. I'm never gonna watch it again. The only way I will watch this again is if I'm watching it with people who've never seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll do that because I just want to be there to see their reaction. But other than that, nah, I can't watch this again. This ain't no damn Saturday afternoon watch. Right?
I said the same. I said that with Wakanda Forever, and I done watched it several times. But I do have to fast. I have to go past the ceremony at the beginning. If I can just get past the funeral, then I'm good. But I understand.
I'm mad about the Wakanda Forever, they ain't recast T'Challa.
You know what? That's a whole other conversation. Do not get me started. Don't get me started.
Bro, hey, you see Gen V, right? How they got the whole thing surrounding the dude dead that he died for real. Like, come on, man.
You know what? We'll have a longer conversation because we will be covering Gen Z. So yes, y'all drop in the comments. Let us know what is your rating for the long walk. Shout out to everybody who joined in the chat. Definitely Our Life in Horror. Y'all go follow them. They do a lot of horror reviews, and it's spooky season, so follow all you the spooky people. There's a review up already for The Conjuring. On the channel, so go check out the review of The Conjuring. I'll be doing a panel for him next week. We'll be doing Gen V. Marvel Zombies is coming up. I'm also covering Wednesday, and I'll be doing Reasonable Doubt. So if you have not already, make sure you hit the like button, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you have not. Because how are you here and have not subscribed yet? How? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Y'all know how we gonna do it. Is spooky season. This where you want to be at, right here. Again, drop your ratings for the movie The Long Walk in the comments, and we will see y'all in the next one.
Well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear. No, I can't help but to hear.
Thank you.
Thank you. What a beautiful wedding.
Thank you.
Thank you. What a shame a poor groom's bride.
Thank you.
Thank you. I chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of?
Thank you.
Closing a goddamn door. No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of voice and rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of?
Thank you.